Over the last 10 years, the worth of major currencies around the world has dropped by a large amount. Because of this, we need Bitcoin in the first place. Japan's yen lost 29% of its value. In the UK, the pound dropped by 34%, the value of the euro dropped by 38%. In the United States, the dollar lost 46% of its value. And in China, the yuan lost 51%. This helps because you now have a better idea of what's going on. In recent years, more and more people have realized that fiat cash is not a good way to store wealth because it loses value over time. You can see this for yourself. This is a great example of one of these things. Fiat currencies can't keep up with inflation. And I fully agree with that. You should agree with this because there aren't many of them. When it comes to Bitcoin, the rules are different. This will continue to happen as events unfold. The price is split in half the same way. What this means is that there is already more demand than supply. Now think about what will really happen in the second half of the game. Most people don't give these things much thought, but XRP users are welcome to stick around and watch the crypto Zeek station again. The market has been slowly but surely waking up over the past hour, which is great to see because it means Tuesday morning is getting closer and closer. The price of XRP right now is $1.30. Let's see it as it happens right now. If you compare the price of $2.30 to Bitcoin, it has dropped by 1.5%. Every 24 hours, deals worth about $1,800,000,000, 0 cents, exchange hands. And the market value is now $134,700,000,000. Absolutely. But before we go any further, I want to make it very clear that nothing on this channel is meant to be taken as financial advice. Before you invest any money in cryptocurrency, you should always do your own research, just like you would with any other investment. This is the exact one. I want to talk about this subject, and I find it quite funny. Please let me know in the comments if you agree with this. Executive chairman of JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, said that people would be able to buy Bitcoin, even though he doesn't like Bitcoin. You can count on me to protect your right to buy Bitcoin. Do it. Whether he likes the team or not, doesn't matter. Over the past few years, it's been clear that he has said a lot of bad things about Bitcoin. So here he is. JP Morgan customers can now buy Bitcoin from the bank. How much do you know about how important this is? Very few people can answer that question. Understand this. Do you know why he's telling everyone that he doesn't like the show? Is he afraid that people will be afraid? Bitcoin's very popular among the world's most powerful money managers. The general opinion about Bitcoin is that hedge funds are against it. Do you think that what he says has anything to do with the fact that people aren't scary anymore? When people like him said bad things about Bitcoin, the price of the cryptocurrency went down. Since he's letting his customers buy Bitcoin here, those days are long gone. Right? He gives the idea that he is Mr. Perfect by letting his customers access digital assets without giving them anything else. As a result, they are definitely doing something useful. Since this is exactly what they want, it makes sense that they should get a piece of the pie. Even though he doesn't really like Bitcoin, he probably feels bad about how he looks back. He can see how crazy this asset class has become by looking at the last 5 years. Without a doubt, he thinks about this every day. Would you believe me if I told you that's what I would do if I were him? I think that's pretty funny. Could you please tell me what you think in the area below the comments? So, Circle has denied rumors that it is in talks with Ripple and Coinbase to be bought, and the company has said that Circle is not for sale. No changes have been made to our long-term goals. It's possible that they will say this. However, it's possible that this is the truth, or that there are non-disclosure deals in place that say this information can't be shared. That's the end of that. Ripple will be a better hold than Coinbase. So take a look at this. He said that Charles Hoskinson, founder of Cardano and co-founder of the coin with him, I couldn't be more in agreement with that. Ripple has made sure that Coinbase has a place in the market. Even though Coinbase has been in the market for a while, one of the biggest players in the cryptocurrency market has given it a name for itself. But do you know what Ripple does every day? Since the cryptocurrency industry is going to be regulated soon, this is very important. Look at this right now. Ripple is well liked by financial institutions because it works with big banks and other financial institutions. Once more, it's clear that Ripple is the best choice for businesses because the fact that it works with big banks and other financial agencies, some people see XRP token as a competitor to Bitcoin, but there is no question that it and Ripple have the potential to change the way people pay for things across international borders, which is something we've been talking about every day up to now. Scrup is also deflationary, which means that there will be no more P tokens released into circulation and the overall number of P tokens will keep going down. Something that is already out there is being eaten up in a very short time. First, let's find out what's really going on with the price. Look at the things that have happened with the lead during the last few hours. When I really think about it, the last few minutes are more like the last hour. It is clear that the level of control has dropped significantly and is still going down. But I think Bitcoin has changed its mind recently. It's clear that Bitcoin wants to go back to a price of $190, 0 cents, not $0, 0 cents. It's possible that we will have already passed 110 by the time you finish reading the story. We clearly just got back from a very long weekend. Those of you who are thinking about the price of the extra part, let's bring it back to life. I see the price of your extra part, and that's a big chunk of that amount that we don't need it. We need the XR component plan to move forward. The situation is as easy as that. That will mean that the price of your extra piece has also gone up. The cost of $2, 0 cents.